So
we'd
have to look to make an honest judgment. We'd have to look at their schedule
and watch one of their games.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I've watched a few of their like games. I haven't watched the whole thing because it's the Bengals, and they're kind of like, I don't know, boring team for me.
Mm-hmm.
I think they're good. I was like really behind them at first, but they lost me for a little. They tied with Carolina like fucking retards, and
they're like the Lions. They win a bunch of games and then they start sucking. And
yeah,
so...
you just like you just feel like, okay, what's a good analogy for this? They're like your
they're like an ice cream sandwich. They're freaking awesome after you pull it out of a freezer, but after it's sitting out on the counter for about 30 minutes.
You don't want it anymore. Like.
You don't want it anymore.
You're like, oops, I forgot about my ice cream sandwich. Now it's all shitty and gross. Let's just get rid of this thing before it turns into a festering heap of shit.
Or when you know you have to go do the dog poop and you know it's best to do it first thing in the morning when it's still cold out and the dog poop's nice and stiff.
And there's still light out.
Yeah. But then you wait until 3 o'clock and the sun's been out shining right on the dog poop and it's all sloppy and...
Oh, gross, dude. Why did you have to bring that analogy into things? I was going to make an analogy about
like... it starts to stink finally. Oh yeah, we live in Alaska, by the way. There's a lot of times throughout the year where you can't smell dog poop because it's not, because it's too cold. And there's a lot of times where all you can smell is dog shit because it's thawing out of the snowbanks.
Oh, God. Dude, that's so true. I never even realized that.
That's the Bengals and the freaking
oh my God.
Cowboys.
I should really stop clapping because I realize that when I clap, it like makes the mic pop. It's like boom, your eardrums are just like fucked. You're just like, ah, God. What just happened? All right, but oh, what was I? What? Oh yeah, you're making these like dog shit analogies and like melted ice cream. I was just gonna make an analogy about something that's like, oh, right when you're about to rely on it, you can't anymore. Like, you know, oh, that TV remote that's just almost out of batteries, and it's just like you're just like, oh, it's working, yeah, like this is totally okay, and then like. Right when you go to like switch off like a horrible commercial that's like for like Twilight 4 or something, you're just like trying to change a channel. You're just like, oh, it doesn't work. Great, now I gotta watch this annoying ass Twilight commercial with the horrible acting styles of Elizabeth, whatever her fucking name is.
All because my batteries are dead in my remote and the buttons on the side of the TV have never worked.
What is that actor's name?
Which one?
The chick from Twilight. Now this is gonna fucking eat away at me until I die.
The chick that looks like a man?
Yeah, what is her name?
I don't know.
Oh! If I wasn't in front of a camera, I would be able to remember this shit right now. But maybe somebody could leave in the comments what her name is.
Have you ever relied on your window scraper for your car? You know, the window scraper you scrape ice with?
Yeah.
And you ever broken off a chunk of that thing in your door one time and you're like,
God.
fuck, I have no ice scraper and I have to get to work right now.
Yeah. No,
Has that ever happened to you?
Well, I used to use like my old ID, like an old ID card to like scrape like the thinner ice, but eventually I just broke it in half, and I'm like, well, this is shitty. So I had to use like one half of it to like on that one time. I was like, man, this is terrible. Like,
and this ice is like a 1/4 inch thick.
My hand, it's like 0 degrees. My finger and my thumb are just like freezing, like scraping this fucking ice. Oh God.